Alright, so here we go. It's really nice to get yourself a nice yoga mat because it'll help stop the impact from hitting your body. And you also will be helped from getting your legs, like your knees or your like elbows or anything, from scraping on the like wood or whatever hard surface, because it could hurt, trust me. So we're just gonna start with stretching all the way down to our toes as much as we can. The main thing you want to focus on is making sure your back is straight, because if you're bending your back, you're doing a disservice to your body. So go ahead and try to make sure that you're stretching as much as you can. Take your time. Eventually you'll get to your toes. If you can't get there when you're starting out, you'll get there eventually. So go ahead, stretch your toes, hold it for at least 10 seconds while you're stretching down to your toes, because 10 seconds is like the least amount to really do your body some good. Then go ahead and switch to one of your legs. I went to my right leg first, and you see I start out not really that far down, but slowly start inching my way down to my toes while keeping my back as straight as possible. And you see, eventually I get there. So go ahead, do that for about 10 seconds, switch to the other side. Go ahead, continue, and you want to make sure you're maintaining good breath throughout this whole thing. Like, try to calm down your breathing a little bit to make longer, nicer breaths. I try to do like 4-second breaths in and then 4-second breaths out. That's like the most optimal way of doing it. It's really good to make sure you're breathing, because this is going to help get more oxygen to your body and help with everything, help with your circulation. That's another good reason why you need to stretch. If you're working out, like after, it's really important to stretch because it gets a lot of oxygen to your muscles and it helps them heal and grow. And here you go ahead and put your feet together, hold this for about 10 seconds. This will go ahead and stretch out your hams, like a bit of your hips, because it's really important. You can't leave them all tied up or it might be harder for them to heal. So it's really good to make sure you're stretching after every workout, like at least once a day. If you don't work out that day, at least stretch, because it does your body so much good. It helps maintain and regulate circulation, and it actually boosts circulation because it makes your body more agile. So go ahead and make sure you're stretching. I turn from one side to the other. So yes, we're going to continue, and now you're going to switch to the other side, and this is going to be really good for stretching out. Again, stretching out your leg. I like to start from the bottom to the top. So, stretch as much as you can. Go ahead and make sure you're breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4 in. 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds out. 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds in. 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds out. Then go ahead and switch to the other side. Make sure you're keeping your back straight for this one too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 out. And if you have to speed it up a little bit because you're not that good at breathing in that long, it's okay to do it. I do that sometimes as well. Just make sure you're paying attention to your posture as well as your breath, because those are really the most important things when you're stretching. This is just the best thing. I stretch pretty much every day after I work out, so you guys are gonna really feel so much better. And like I said, it helps you heal faster because it helps break up some of that lactic acid if you were either lifting weights or if you were doing any kind of thing that made your muscles sore and grew lactic acid. It really helps get rid of the lactic acid. So now I'm just stretching out my arms, getting them nice and loose because I was doing some muscle training today. I'm trying to grow my pecs, so you gotta make sure you're stretching everything out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And I do kind of like a spin, kind of. Almost like I'm doing a little bit of a punch sometimes. And then go ahead, swing, let your arms kind of like hang a little bit. But I try to keep some structure in my shoulders while I do that. But yeah, so now I'm kind of like stretching out my back, a little bit of my lower thighs, kind of like almost like the praying baby stance, but it's a little bit different. There you go. So go ahead and do this. It will help stretch out your lower back, and your thighs will also be stretched out. Make sure you're breathing in. Focus on your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. There we go. And then I'm switching to my right side to make sure I get a nice stretch under my arms. Go ahead and focus on your breathing. This one really gets you, like open up your chest, open up your ribs. So go ahead and do that. I kind of move a little bit just to like stretch it out. And then go ahead to the other side. You can lay on your arm. It's relaxing. After hitting the Stairmasters for 20 minutes, this one feels amazing. Literally. So go ahead, I'm doing a little bit of a chest stretch right there. And then I'm doing my front thighs. Nice stretch there. Also twisting a little bit to help open up my chest. You can make a little dance too, it makes it more fun. I'm a dancer, so I can't help myself. Yes. It's okay, you gotta make it fun. Because if you're not having fun, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? There we go for a nice thigh stretch. And you can bounce a little bit, it helps. Go ahead, hold it for at least 10 seconds. Make sure you're focusing on your breath. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Switch to your other leg. Go ahead. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. And this is literally helps you get into a really zen state too. So you're gonna be so like relaxed and like just good feeling. This is really good for helping with mental health as well. So if you struggle with mental health, doing some stretches will help you. So hope you like that. Enjoy.